All right, the categories for our black and white unit are motion, landscape, and textures. For motion, make sure that at least one object or portion of your photograph is in focus. It cannot be all blurry. And there's two different options for you with motion or movement. There's visual motion and there's actual motion. Visual motion or visual movement, you can think about how the composition leads a viewer's eye around the picture. Maybe if you look at this guitar, you start by looking down here at the strings and then follow your eye up. Maybe over here you look at the birds first and then you follow the train tracks down. The composition leads the viewer's eye around the picture plane. And so that can be an example of visual motion. Actual motion is when things are actually moving in real life. The flipping of the hair, the running of the water. But again, some of your objects need to be in focus. It cannot be all blurry. So try out both visual motion and actual motion and see what you can get. Landscapes, try some different techniques in composition. Change your camera angle, put something in the foreground. Be creative. Think about that attribute of light and timing. Try and have a clear subject. And try some cityscapes. Go out in your backyard, walk down the street. You can also go into some parks. But oftentimes the landscapes of the city are just as intriguing or more intriguing than some of the nature landscapes. So get creative with your landscapes. And keep in mind the light, having some areas of light and some areas of dark. The last category is texture. Zoom in on different textures. And I'm hoping if we have time to put up the light boxes in class and you'll bring in some objects that we will shine some light on and get some interesting pictures that way. So think about everyday objects that have texture. Zoom in on the objects. Make them look interesting. Use the attribute of light to really focus on those textures. To get you started in the black and white unit, you are going to write down the 5 tips for black and white photography. Very similar to our notes with composition and the attributes of great photography, you are going to summarize the bullet points. So you do have a handout for the black and white unit. Talks a little bit about what are the main focuses for black and white. Looking at slide number 10, the colors and how they change. How do we use the guiding questions to help assess your work? And then you are asked to summarize the bullet points. So here, tip number 1, practice, practice, practice. Here is where you would write those 3 bullet points. Train your mind to see contrast. It comes naturally in time. Experienced black and white photographers can see the world without color. Those are the notes that you would write down. Tip number 2, focus on contrast. Look for light intensity. Think about the values between light and dark. Focus on contrast. Focus on shadows and highlights. Look for patterns. And again, these are the bullet points that you would summarize in your notes. Number 4, capture in color. Never shoot in black and white. Always take your pictures in color, and then we will convert them in Photoshop to give them the highest quality of black and white that we can. And then number 5, use color filters, and that is in Photoshop, and I'll show you how to do that. We'll do some different techniques in color with black and white and looking at black and white and the contrast. Complete your notes on the black and white introduction and the 5 tips in black and white photography, and then go out and start taking pictures. Try to get 20 landscapes. Again, it doesn't have to be 20 different landscapes, but try different ideas. 20 pictures of movement and 20 pictures of textures. And again, different ideas with textures, different ideas with movement. Sometimes it takes 10 to 20 pictures to get the right shot. So go out and have fun. Enjoy and bring your work in, upload it into your Google Drive for editing.